Our lesson today talks about proofreading symbols. These symbols are used to proofread our writing. Each one of these symbols shows a different mistake to be corrected in our second draft. Let's start. The first proofreading symbol is SP, which means spelling. That is, there is a spelling mistake. For example, in the following sentence, the word interested is written in a wrong way. That's why there is the SP proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly. The second proofreading symbol is WW, which means wrong word. That is, you use the wrong form of the word. For example, in the following sentence, the word scary is used in a wrong way, because scary is an adjective used to describe something that causes fear or fright. But in this sentence, kids is the noun that is described. That's why there is the WW proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly and use scared instead of scary, because scared is an adjective used to describe someone who feels fear or is frightened. The third proofreading symbol is VT, which means verb tense. That is, you used the wrong tense of the verb. For example, in the following sentence, the verb have is wrong because the sentence expresses verbs that occurred in the past, but have is not in the past form. That's why there is the VT proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly and use the past form of have, which is had. The fourth proofreading symbol is SV, which means subject/verb agreement. That is, you used the wrong form of the verb that agrees with the subject. For example, in the following sentence, the verb go is wrong because the subject is my father, which is singular, and the correct form of the verb that agrees with this subject is goes. That's why there is the SOV proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly and use the correct form of the verb, which goes instead of go to agree with the singular subject, my father. Another proofreading symbol is the slash, which means lowercase. That is, you wrote the letter of this word in uppercase while it should be in lowercase. For example, in the following sentence, the word basketball is written in uppercase while it should be in lowercase, since it is a common noun and it is not at the beginning of the sentence. That's why there is the slash proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly. Another proofreading symbol is the small arrow, which means to insert something. That is, you have to insert something since your sentence is missing something. For example, in the following sentence, there is something missing and the meaning is not complete. That's why there is the small arrow proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by inserting the pronoun "am" after the preposition to. So, the sentence will be complete. Another proofreading symbol is the three lines under each other, which means uppercase. That is, you have to write the word in uppercase. For example, in the following sentence, the word al-iman al-haditha, school, is a proper noun, so it should be written in uppercase. That's why there is the three lines proofreading symbol under it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by writing the letter S of school in uppercase. The next proofreading symbol is the small arrow with a comma under it, which means to insert a comma. That is, you have to insert a comma in this place. For example, in the following sentence, a comma should be added after the time clue, early in the morning. That's why there is the small arrow with a comma proofreading symbol under it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by adding a comma. The next proofreading symbol is CES, which means comma splice. That is, you have to add a conjunction after the comma. For example, in the following sentence, there is a comma without a conjunction between the two sentences. That's why there is CS proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by adding a conjunction, one of the fanboys, after the comma. The next proofreading symbol is RO, which means run on. That is, you have to add a comma before the conjunction that is used to combine the two sentences. For example, in the following sentence, there are two sentences combined by one of the fanboys without a comma. That's why there is RO proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by adding a comma before the conjunction. The next proofreading symbol is pro, which means wrong pronoun use. That is, the pronoun used in the sentence is wrong. For example, in the following sentence, the subject is all the people, and his is used as a pronoun refers to this subject. That's why there is pro proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by changing the pronoun there instead of his. The next proofreading symbol is the paragraph mark, which means to indent your paragraph. That is, you have to leave a space at the beginning of your paragraph. For example, in the following sentence, which is the first sentence in your paragraph, you should leave a space. That's why there is the paragraph mark proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by indenting the sentence. The next proofreading symbol is the cross mark, which means to delete something. That is, you have to delete this word or part. For example, in the following sentence, there is the cross mark proofreading symbol above the word that. Therefore, it should be written correctly by deleting this word. The next proofreading symbol is the SAF, which means sentence fragment. That is, you have to add something to complete the sentence, since what you wrote is a fragment, not a complete sentence. For example, in the following fragment, there is the SF proofreading symbol above it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by adding something to make the fragment a complete thought. The next proofreading symbol is the period in a circle, which means that you have to add a period. For example, in the following sentence, there is the period in a circle proofreading symbol at the end of it. Therefore, it should be written correctly by adding a period. The next proofreading symbol is the two question marks, which means that what you wrote is unclear. You have to clarify it. For example, in the following sentence, there is two question marks proofreading symbol above it since it is not clear. Therefore, it should be written correctly by words to clarify it.